made it.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good, you're
Come on in.
Oh, wow, I love what you've done with the place.
Thank you, I'm very pleased with that.
Oh, how amazing that this is your first home too. When did you move?
Last month, but it's gone really quickly.
Oh, okay. So, as a first-time buyer, how did you find the whole process?
I mean, it's never going to be straightforward, but I had a great agent and a brilliant conveyancer, so they really helped me through.
Yeah, to be fair, I've heard that it can be quite a lengthy process. Did you do anything to speed it up at all?
Definitely. Anytime I had documents to sign, did it, sent them back straight away. Any questions, answered them quickly. And I always asked them what I needed to do next. I was one step ahead of the game then.
I always knew your organisational skills would come in handy somewhere. I know it might sound a bit silly, but what is a first-time buyer?
Just someone that's never owned property anywhere in the world before.
Is there an age limit to buying your first home?
You do need to be 18. If you're younger, your family could put it into a trust, but yeah, 18.
Talking of which, I bought you something.
Thank you.
No problem.
Probably a bit too early to crack it open, but the kettle's just boiled if you fancy a cuppa.
Oh yeah, I'd love one, thanks. So, in terms of a deposit, say me and my partner wanted to go in 50-50, does that mean we're more liable?
No, you can split the deposit however you need to. You can go half and half, but if one of you wants to put in more, you can. The solicitors can write it up too to protect your share.
Oh, that's useful to know. So, when we get chatting to an agent, what kind of questions should I expect to be asked?
They're going to want to know your buying position. So, do you need a mortgage? Have you got a mortgage in principle? Where's your deposit coming from? Just things like that.
Oh, an agreement in principle sounds so scary.
It's really not.
What is it?
Your broker will sort that for you. It's to show you how much you can borrow from the mortgage lender to be based on what you earn and other outgoings.
So I've been chatting to my parents and they want to put some money towards our deposit.
Nice.
Is this allowed?
Yeah, definitely. Just tell your broker though so they can check it with your lender. You'll also need to give the solicitors the paperwork and your agent, so don't be surprised if you're asked a few times.
You mentioned a solicitor. What do I need to look for when choosing who to go with?
Definitely someone that's really good with communicating, someone that's proactive. Bit for recommendations. Is it someone that you want to go and see in the city so you can sign with them, or would you just prefer to do it online?
So, how do I decide what survey to use?
That's a good question. Different properties, you might think about having a different type of survey if you even have one. Speak to your agent, they can recommend a great local surveyor. They'll talk you through the options.
So, we've actually started looking for a property.
How exciting.
So, should we really be booking viewings now so we don't miss out, or should we do that after our mortgage appointment?
I mean, I know you love scrolling through Rightmove and you're probably desperate to go and see them, but go see your broker, get your mortgage sorted because you want to know what you can afford and what you can borrow. Also, if you love it, you can go for it straight away. Do you want sugar?
Yes, please. That's so true what you said. I take it as a first-time buyer we're only restricted to new builds.
Absolutely not.
Oh, that's surprising. So that must mean a renovation project, no?
No, again, there's so many properties you could go for. Something that's 2 years old, something that's still pretty good to go. Maybe you do want to do a renovation or get a cottage. Choices are endless.
I do not have the skills for a renovation project, that's for sure. I've heard that there's a lot of legal fees involved. What do I need to pay?
Your solicitor will break that all down for you. There will be their legal fee, third-party fees, things like searches, ID checks, and stamp duty if you've got to pay that.
So when we're looking around a property, what would you say are the top 3 questions that we should be asking?
That is going to be different for everyone. I would say always ask what the vendor's position is. Do they need to buy somewhere? Have they already found somewhere? And what's important to you? Schools, restaurants, shops? I know I needed somewhere to go running again.
Oh, you've started running again?
No, I signed up for Norwich 10k, so I best start training.
Oh, well, you chose the right property for it. There's plenty of parks around here.
Why do you think I picked it?
Can I move in straight away after I've had my offer accepted?
I wish. You do need to do the legal work first, but it's all important.
There's just so much property jargon I just don't understand. Like, what is a property chain?
So, if the person you're buying from is buying somewhere, that becomes a chain. The longer the chain is, you'll need to think about knowing how many people are involved, just so you can get an idea of making sure you know how quickly everyone's moving and keeping in communication with everyone. You can only move as quick as the slowest link in the chain.
Oh, thank you very much. And a vendor, what's that?
That's the person you're buying from. Whether they own it, if it's an investment, if they've inherited it, they're still the vendor.
Now, I'm not sure if I'm saying this right, but what is an EPC?
The Energy Performance Certificate. It just shows the energy efficiency of the home. Every house has to have one. They are valid for 10 years though, so if it's not one that's already valid, they can just get a new one done. Your vendor has to do it for you.
There's so many professionals involved in the moving process.
No.
What is a conveyancer?
So they do the legal work for you. They'll check the land registry documents, they're going to check if you need searches, any rights you've got to the property, and a whole load of other stuff. And they'll register the property in your name right at the end.
Oh, okay. And what's the stamp duty?
That is a tax you need to pay the government when you're buying a property, but first time buyers, they are winners there. You only have to pay anything over 300 grand. Anything below 300 grand, no stamp duty, and above is discounted. Talking of winners, we said we'd have to see if I can keep up my winning streak, remember? Connect 4?
Oh no!